Hey everybody, Alex from SCADA Forge here. In this video, we'll wrap up the vision development for the Gold Certification Study Guide by implementing a client tag that allows users to record a positive affirmation about their job. So let's go to our designer. Now we haven't dug into client tags yet, but we can go to the Vision Client Tag section of our tag browser. And effectively, these are tags that will be instantiated for every client that we have open. So if we have a client open on the operator computer, it will have its own client tags, and then a client open on the farmhand computer will have its own client tags, and you can set those values individually across those clients. So to manage this, we'll create a new client tag. And we'll call it positive affirmation. And we'll make it a string data type. And the default value is Acme loves you. Yep. And it's enabled, and we can read and write to that. And then if we want to do anything with tag events based on tag change scripts, we could set that up, but we'll just leave that alone for now. And we'll hit OK. And they want this to be visible and writable at any time. So we can throw that on our overview screen. We can also put it up in the navigation, which is this screen here. Maybe we'll just throw a text box up here. So let's do an input text field. And we'll align that with the bottom here. And this will simply get bound to that client tag for its text property. So we'll do tag vision client tags positive affirmation and make it bidirectional. So we'll hit OK, and we'll see that that populates up here with Acme loves you. And if we save and go here, I guess we have locked the screen. So let's log out and log in as super admin. And now we'll see this over here. And we can go back to this screen. Right click and go to layout, and let's see what our layout is on this. That is anchored, so we want to make this also anchored so that it's in that spot on the screen. So we'll just anchor it to the bottom and left here, or bottom and right here, so that it's anchored to that spot, and it'll keep it there. Relative means that as this window scales, it's just going to keep it, wherever it is, and then scale everything else accordingly. So then we can come here, and we'll say Acme loves super admin, and we'll hit enter to accept that. And if we go back to our designer, this would be a different client tag because this is effectively a client. And if we were to go to launch another instance of our project and log in as farmhand, this will show up with Acme loves you as the default value. And we'll just put farmhand there and hit enter to accept it. And we can minimize this and pull up our other client window. And we'll see that we have, this is our super admin client in the back, and then the farmhand in the front. So now that is mapped to the client accordingly. So that gives you a way to have individual tags per client that don't go across. any other clients. One thing we've commonly used client tags for in Ignition is for like branding and things that maybe we need to have specific users have specific color ranges, or a particular piece of equipment needs to have a certain layout. We can maybe bind a data set tag for a tab structure for that, and then those tags don't exist as part of all the gateway tags up here. So maybe we're reserving these for process data specifically, and we want to put some client tags into the mix that are per client but don't impact everything else from like a navigation perspective. We can put those there, and that simplifies the process a little bit. And we could also go to the docs and search Vision client tags. They're isolated to a client runtime. All clients will have the same list of tags, but the actual values are unique and independent for each client. These can be useful as in-project variables for passing information between screens and other parts of clients. I guess they don't support data sets. And then you can use those for indirection as well. So if we were to, for some reason, tie this drop down to a tag, which can make sense for different use cases, we would want to use client tags for that, so that if the farmhand were to select packaging line 2, the operator could still have packaging line 1 selected. So we could do that with client tag bindings if we wanted to. And there are some use cases that would make sense for that, like to tie a drop down to a tag. For the purposes of the gold certification, that isn't really required. So that wraps up all of our vision development. In the next set of videos, we will go through perspective development and implement all the functionality there. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.